They don't think you could do it, but tell you to try when they talk all I hope. Had to keep it alive, spend a day in the Bronx, but you wouldn't survive. Can be low when I pop out, they know I've arrived. I go have conversations with Zoe, he gon' tell me pull up and come say what you know. I've been up, I can count all them days in a row. We don't say what we do, we be making the show. They say I'll be
the voice of the Bronx. We have Bronx Slam with the guys that are out here. Can I get a
yeah. Leave them all right where they at. Try to diss me, I bet I don't even react. Put a show on, I bet you somebody gon' I pick me a book up and drink me some water, invest in the stock. All them kids don't be bad.
All right, peace and love. Well, welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. I've been saying this a lot lately, but this one means a lot to me too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these means a lot to me, man. We got my guy, Shaadie Fit in the building. You know what I mean? Yo, Shaadie, was good, baby?
Yo, what's goody, bro?
Absolutely, You're man. Ready. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming, man.
Having me, man.
So if you don't know who this guy is, Rashaad Slowly, Shaadie Fit, athlete, God first, NYC SoFlo, CEO of Domorefitness, LLC, Dumas, Asmas. Best Home Gym Award of 2022.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blessed to be featured in this month's issue of the Men's Health magazine in 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, so we've done some stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got to keep everything in motion. Like, this entrepreneur life is different.
Right.
It's roller coaster. So when it's high, you got to keep the highs rolling. Right. And then when it's low, you just got to work hard. Right. Keep working. Do more.
Do more. That's right.
The vibes.
Right. What inspired you to build the home gym?
Prior to pandemic, bro. To be honest, I was in New York, in Yonkers, in the apartment. You know, everything shut down. Right. And I had hella clients still, and you know, I went virtual, started doing virtual classes. Right. All my virtual classes, you know, one of them went on Pix 11. Right. And that kind of blew it up for the pandemic. You know, I was doing 3-4 classes a week, theme classes, all different kind of things, body weight bands, things like that. And I realized that I just had a mat and some adjustable dumbbells, some kettlebells. Right. And I'm like, yo, I gotta make this move, you know what I'm saying, to Florida, where I'm at now. And I gotta have a space where I could build my own gym. So if this was to happen again, now I'm more equipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, gym's closed, but you could come to my garage and train with me. Like, the money don't stop. So I was just trying to think of something, just, you know, if we have a pandemic again, I'm more prepared and ready for it.
Right. So how much do you think your home gym cost you?
Wow. It adds up. It adds up, to be honest. And you know, I've been blessed. You know, I do a lot of partnership with brands, and so I can't say I purchased every single thing in my home gym. Right. You know, partnering with brands like Assault Fitness, who sent me my treadmill, my rower, the bike. You know, my boy KPL, Kevin Pierre-Lewis, who played in the league for about 10, 11 years. Right. He blessed me with some bumper plates. Right. You know, just like, yo, I got some bumper plates. I'm building my gym out, and I got some bumper plates. I'm gonna send them to you. Right. So that was a good fee to waive. Right. Right. But all in all, I mean, I will probably say maybe between like 7 to 10. Right. The floors were expensive. Right. And then all the little stuff, they add up. You get a chair here, that's like $120. A TRX, that's $160. Like little things like that. It all adds up, you know what I'm saying? But it comes back. Right. It circles back. Right. So it's like an investment into myself that you kind of get a return on investment. Right. You know, so. I
mean, for the young future trainers out there, young athletes, you know, it's important to invest in yourself.
Yeah, that's
But I will testament to what you said, when the stars align, they align. Right. So when you moving in your purpose and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, God gonna be like, yo, we're gonna give you some of the resources to do that.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So last night, bro, we had no business backstage.
Word.
We was backstage.
That's how it worked out.
Shout out to my guy Q Streets. Bumped into him. RP my man 303 Saints. That's how we met through him. We was in Long Island, like, just trying to make the most of it, bro.
Word.
And we had red carpet access and VIP, and that's it. Only the front of the stage.
Right.
I bumped into my guy Q, and every artist that I met, Stunning Dior, Jacquees, all of them, saw my son Graf. He's like, yo, as they come, I'm gonna bring you back here. Just answer your phone.
Love.
Bro, wild contact.
Yo, it's the relationships.
Yeah.
It's the relationships. And that's big.
Right.
In our industry, trying to, you know, make a name, spread word of mouth. Like, relationships is key. You know, you need to get into a spot or something going on. You met somebody randomly, had a conversation, y'all kicked it, had a night, went out, had some drinks. A year later, it's like, yo, this is my man.
Right.
I seen him a year ago. We kicked it. We chopped it up, let him through. We good, you know? Good. So that's how it worked.
Right. But we're going to set the tempo, man. So too many people rely on manifestation in the universe way too much. Get off your ass and make it happen.
I said that?
Yeah, that's your tweet. That's your tweet, man. That's your tweet. You know what I mean? You know, you do homework, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again.
All right. So too many people rely on manifestation
Facts.
and the universe way too much.
Right.
Get off your ass and make it happen. Yeah, Shaadie tweets. Right?
Wow. You know, I don't really tweet a lot.
Right.
So I usually like see something or something might have just sparked me, crossed my eye where it's like, let me get this off my chest. Like 42 characters here, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I would say that, you know, a lot of people, you know, wake up and they write down goals. You always see people write stuff down and put Post-its on the mirrors and stuff like that. But you really got to get outside. Right. You got to get up and you got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? All that writing, even praying, you know, you could pray, you could manifest and whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you gotta have some motion. You got to get up, you got to get outside, whatever it is you got to do, talk to whoever you got to talk to, give a card out, work out, run, whatever the case is, you got to move. So it's not more of like a slight to people who do manifest and pray, but it's more of a slight to people who don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as you say to people that, you know, talk a lot but no action. It's like the same concept. Thing, same concept, you know? So it's just more of like an encouraging way to tell people to get off their ass, bro. Right. Word.
So I see you've been doing your boxing thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What draws you to boxing?
Yo, I love boxing, bro. Like, when I got to Florida, I started training a lot of athletes, and one of them was a boxer, and she's still a boxer. I say was a boxer. She's still a boxer, still undefeated and bearing her weight. And I started training her. And her wife is a 7-time world champion, former world champion, boxing Hall of Famer, first Puerto Rican world champion, and she's nice. So I seen her work out with a couple people that I know. Started boxing with her, started training her wife, and, you know, we would barter. So I would see him like 3-4 times a week. And I just fell in love, bro. I don't know what it is. It's really, I think it's like not only is it good conditioning for your body, but mentally, you got to stay sharp mentally. Like, it's like chess when you're boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things you got to focus on. There's so many ways you can improve. And I think I just fell in love with, I can't think about anything else when I'm boxing. I'm focused on the combinations, and keeping your hands up and the footwork and everything else, where you kind of just in like a zone. And I love it, bro. I box still 3 times a week. And now I became a boxing coach where I kind of coach a bunch of people in boxing.
You did it too. So it's like you understand the technical aspects of it.
Facts.
I knew it got real when I saw the 4 ropes in the ring. It was like, oh yeah, like he just not punching the bag. We way past that.
Way past that. I be sparring I sparred with Frank Gore.
Okay, tough.
I sparred with Frank Gore for a couple of his fights. And sparring's different, bro. Yeah. That's a whole different ball game. Like, I mean, mid work is cool. You know, everybody look good, you know, in the mids and, you know, they training hard. But, you know, I think Mike Tyson said it, you know, everybody got a game plan till they get punched in the mouth. Right. And it's really different, bro. It's like in there, it's like you playing chess. If you're going against an experienced boxer, he's trying to line you up with a shot for round 3. Trying to set you up. Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? So it's chess. I seen Tank spar like 15 rounds straight.
Right.
I see a lot of, expose me to a lot of pro boxers.
Right.
Where you could kind of, their habits is contagious,
Right.
Big Baby Miller, a bunch of people, Andre Berto. So now I'm kind of like in the boxing community.
Right.
Where I'm getting a lot of pointers, just being a sponge, taking things in. And we improving. We getting better.
Right. Who'd you have? Spencer Crawford?
Yo, I had Spence, man.
I had Spence too. All right. So I'm not alone. You're not alone, brother.
I had Spence. It's tough, man. And it's crazy because my homegirl trains Bud.
Right.
And I was kind of torn between the two just because I'm like, I like Bud. Bud's tough,
right,
crafty, athletic. He's sharp. I just thought that Spence was going to be a lot more powerful.
Right.
And then I get the whole rehydration thing. Like, not rehydration, but he had to rehydrate, but he went down to 147.
Right.
When he shouldn't be fighting at 147. So he was weak. And that's a thing. It is a real thing in boxing. You can't really make any excuses, which he hasn't.
Right.
If you're going to take the fight. But it's a real thing, bro. If you're walking around at 180, 185 on a normal day, and you got to really dehydrate yourself all the way down to 147 the day before the fight, you weak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't got the energy. Like, it's a real thing. So I don't know, but I think
I'm glad you explained that too, because we hear these things, we watch All Access and all this stuff, but that's like the medical term and just in layman's term, like what your body is going through, like
bro,
30, 40, 35 pounds or something like that.
It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's really tough,
right.
And people don't think about that, but it's a real big thing, bro. Like how can you hydrate yourself after that weigh-in to get back up to the highest point close to your walking around weight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're walking around 185 and you weighing at 147 the day before the fight, it's tough. But take nothing away from Bud, because that was one of the best performances I've seen in boxing ever. Like on this stage, to perform like that, tough, bro.
Tough. Did you envision all of this?
I didn't.
Right.
I can't say I envisioned it, bro. Like I came up playing football. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize I could go to college playing football until like sophomore year. All these schools start recruiting me and stuff like that. Right. Then I had the league in my mind all the way through college. You know what I'm saying? Killing in college, All-American, first team All-American. So I'm thinking, it's league time for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really envision this, but I will say that this happened for a reason. And I'm blessed, bro. And I'm blessed to be here. And God had a different plan and a different path. And looking back at it now, like I probably wouldn't want it any other way. You know what I'm saying? I got a healthy family, a beautiful wife. I got a beautiful daughter, got one on the way. Right,
beautiful. Congratulations.
So appreciate it,
Double up. Shout out to my nigga Nip. Long live Nip, man. Double up.
And like all my boys, like, all my boys is, I would say like 50% of my friends is either in the league or removed from the league. Right. And great careers, but what comes with that is their body is banged up. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I probably left football a little prematurely, because I didn't like the whole, training, but then you could get released back to square one, where the money coming at. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted something more secure. Right. I was working at Apple, started personal training on the side, went to personal training school out here in Soho, American Academy of Personal Training, and it kind of took off from there. I used all my resources when it comes to like football and me playing and the people I know, the trainers I know, the facilities, things like that. Right. And it came around full circle, and I ended up in these facilities, training these athletes. All my friends that ball, they trust my craft and what I do to where I ended up training them, So I'm on the other side of it, and, I'm healthy, which a lot of athletes that play contact sports can't really say long term, you know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed, it's not always about the bread, as long as you're doing something you love, and you don't wake up every day miserable, like I gotta go to work. Right. It could be worse, bro. For real.
I hear that, man, for sure. Domorefitness.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I went to a couple over there by the Mercedes. What's that? On the west side.
Yeah. The park. Yeah.
Those were some workouts, bro. Those were good. And you hear he blow the whistle. I mean, you gotta do more. So you're gonna do the exercise, and then he's gonna throw what you're gonna do when he blows the whistle after you just finish this intense, minute and 30-second thing. Right. But man, those were fun times. And everybody there was, encouraging each other, showing love. And I think we were like still in the pandemic, but it was like,
we started. We was in the pandemic, and then everybody started going outside now. You know what I'm saying? Right. The gyms weren't really open, but people couldn't really wait to go outside and start doing stuff.
Very tasty, cheesy, onion, all of the above. One word to describe it, scrumptious, right? We from the town, so we just gonna say pause first, but it melts in your mouth. You just love it. You know what I'm saying? I wear this shirt to sleep. How much I love 7th Street Burger, man. It's near and dear to my heart. You see the logo? It's near to my heart. That's how we do it, man. Peace.
I had this chest, this tool kit with the rolly, and I put like kettlebells, med balls, ropes, bands, ladders, everything in it, bro. And I trained out on a field. So when that was happening, every Saturday I went to a different park. Yankee Stadium, Yonkers. I went to a different park. Just built a community of people that I was already training virtually and had them outside doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? At that time, everybody was excited because the gyms were still closed. And we were just been locked up in the crib for like 2 months. So it was like fresh, you know what I'm saying? And it was different people all the time, but people just wanted to move, sweat. It felt good to just, still social distance, but get outside and do something, still kind of be social without being in like a confined space, you know what I'm saying? But that was a good time. Appreciate the support, bro.
Absolutely.
Coming out.
I would ride my bike there. I should work out there, get the workout in and be like, yo, I got to ride back. But we going to do it, man. But I appreciate, the invites and you doing what you're doing, get us all out there. It was great times, bro. Great vibes. Good music, too. You know what I mean? There's a whole vibe out there.
Yo, it's all about the vibes, bro.
Right.
You already know.
What are some of your PRs? Yeah.
As far as like lifting?
Yeah, as far as lifting, yeah.
Wow. Yo, to be honest, I ain't PR'd in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I think me moving to Florida, I started doing more activities.
Right.
Like boxing, swimming, running a lot. So I think when I was in New York, I was spending a lot more time just working out in the gym.
Right.
Now being in Florida, I'm outside more, but deadlifting, 585, PR. That was right before the pandemic. And I probably haven't deadlift anywhere close to that soon. Like last week, I probably deadlift like 405 for some reps.
405 is
we not really getting old, bro. We not really trying to destroy the body too much. Bench, I would say 355. 355 for one. Squat, 515. And like dumbbell free weight and bench press, I would say 130. But you can't really even find gyms that's doing more than that. You know what I'm saying? 60-inch box jump. And I guess my mile time is something that I'm really trying to cut down on now. 6:26 is my PR for my mile. I ran like a 5:40 in like high school, but I don't count that. That's frail body me running, like me grown. I gotta run that again. I gotta run that back.
What are we weighing in at right now?
Yo, right now I'm probably like 212. 212, which is like a good comfortable weight. Last year I was boxing super heavy around this time. I was my leanest and my lowest, I was like at 202. And I was super light. So I think I like to be in between like 210, 215, like for a good size, for me to do everything, you know?
So we're going to go back a little bit, right? We went to Archbishop Stepinac.
Yes.
How was your time at Stepinac?
Stepinac was a great time, bro. I mean, it was it's a Catholic school, all boys school. I mean, today, if you look at Stepinac, it's a powerhouse for sports. Best football team in New York State, and arguably one of the best basketball teams now currently in New York State. So I would say me and my boy Tony started that. Like in 2008, we kind of started the trend of going to the private school and not our public school, and going crazy in sports, you know, and that's how it kind of trickled. You know, they got more recruits every year, and it was a good time though. You know, football was a great time. Catholic school, we won the chip. I remember senior year. I remember I sprained my ankle first game. I missed three games. We won one out of those 3 games. Came back for the 4th game, and we just swept the whole year. So we won our chip there, and it was a good time. Ended up going to Southern Connecticut after. And that was a good time too, you know. Obviously, I had bigger looks, bigger offers, but grades-wise, I had to go to a D2 school. And then, you know, obviously I had the option to transfer out after 2 years. But when I got to that school, I realized how hard it is to even, regardless of where you at, to just build that relationship, to get on the field, play, you know what I'm saying? So I led the team in rushing in college all the way up till my senior year. And then I took the job. I wasn't splitting running back at that point. And that's when I kind of went off. That was like my year. I broke all the records. 6 touchdowns in a game, 29 in a season. I was D2 Player of the Year finalist. And it was a great time, bro. It just kind of transitioned into, you know, where I'm at today. You know, I want to say like just the work ethic and learning how, you know, how it's not about me. And I had like a real cocky attitude coming from high school to college. And my college coach humbled me, bro. He benched me for a game. I'm gonna never forget. He had me suit up, benched me for a game, told me to transfer unless I fixed my attitude. And I kind of just, you know, learn how to be more of a team player and be more of a leader, you know, by example. And that year, that offseason, I trained with Ray Rice and a whole bunch of people in Westchester. And that offseason kind of set me off, bro, for my senior year. And just the work ethic, I just brought it into real life. And it kind of just translated just like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing more for a long time.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And Ray Rice plays for the Ravens?
Yeah, Ray Rice, he went to New Rochelle, he went to Rutgers, then he played for the Ravens for about like 6 years, I think. Like 5, 6.
Yeah. That's tough. That's tough. Word. I've been, I mean, we said a lot, you know, tailback, 6 foot, 205, senior, Mount Vernon, New York.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Looked it up in Google, you know, right there. Yeah. You know, some good stuff, you know.
Word.
So, what were some of the best games you could ever remember?
Oh, some of the best games I could ever remember.
Give us one. Give us a high school one and a college one.
A high school one and a college one. Yo. It's so funny because my high school 2007 football team is getting inducted to Stepinac's Gridiron Hall of Fame next month, actually, which is ironic. But there's a story my coaches, they'll always tell, and it's wild. I wouldn't recommend anybody ever try to relive this story. And I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but it's like I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, you know, but basically we had a playoff game. It was the first round. And, you know, we was projected to win, like whatever the case is. And it was Halloween. And I remember that Friday night, there was a Halloween party that I went to. And the day before the game. And, bro, I got drunk. I was wild drunk, bro. And, like, the place that I was at, they had to, like, call a cab to get me back to the crib safely, whatever the case is. And I wake up the next day, so I go to a Catholic school. So we really got to be at the school early because we got to do mass, breakfast, everything. You know what I'm saying? So the game started at 1, but we probably got to be at school like maybe like 8. You know what I'm saying? For everything, walkthroughs and all that. So I just remember waking up at my crib and rocks is getting thrown at my window. It's my offensive coordinator and my defensive coordinator. It's like 9:45.
Right.
Missed the 8 o'clock meeting, everything.
Right.
And I walk out, I'm hungover. He tackled me on my front lawn like, yo, you are fucked. Like, I don't know if I could curse.
Yeah. Do your thing. It's part of the story.
Now our coach is like, yo, you are fucked. Like, if you fuck this game up for us, you will not play one college game in your life. They was just, you know.
Right.
Bro, I don't know. I was just hungover. I was hurt. And so the game start. It's game time now. And my offensive coordinator, he just keep looking at me like, yo, bro, you better not mess this up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the star running back on the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then the game goes. It's one of my best games, bro.
Right.
Like, I think I had like 220 yards on like 11 carries.
Right.
Like,
wow.
But nothing even like, obviously I was good, but the holes was right there. My line was doing their thing.
Right.
Like 2 of the touchdowns, I was untouched.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But every touchdown, I earled.
Right
in the end zone, right after. Threw up. Game going on. Threw up. And that was the first round of the playoffs. I think we might have won. It was against Kellensburg. I'll never forget. But I think we might have won like 55 to like 14 or something. Crushed them. And then so now we could laugh and we could talk about the game, because you know, I did my thing.
You did your thing, yeah.
But that was probably one of the wildest games I ever played in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? College, it was a lot of wild games. I guess for me personally, I would have to go to back to this game against Assumption, this school called Assumption.
Assumption, yeah, they're purple.
They're Stonehill's purple. They're blue and gray.
Okay.
Blue and gray.
My son BK went to Assumption.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
What you know what year he was?
Damn. I mean, he left Suffield 2010.
Okay.
2011. So yeah, he was around that. So he was there like 2012.
Yeah. I was there. That was the year I finished in 2012.
Okay.
So he might have played against me.
Right.
But I just remember that was my senior year, and I think we might have been like 4-1 at the time. But it was a big game for the conference.
Right.
And we came out and we just stunk up the first half. Stunk up the first half. I didn't really do nothing either. Like, I might have had like 40 yards or something like that. We was down by like 2 touchdowns. It was 21-7.
Right.
Never forget that. And it was a little rainy at the same time.
Right.
And the second half, I don't know what happened, but we just came out to rock.
Right.
At the time, I had the most yards ever ran in a half on NCAA, which was 240. So I had 240 just in that second half alone.
Wow.
I think the first run straight after halftime was like 88 to the crib. But I remember just the impact of the game made it like a big game. You know, I think most people would probably think that I would pick the game where I scored 6 touchdowns. Right. But that really wasn't against a team that was like, you know, valid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I was supposed to do that.
And you real for saying that too.
Yeah.
Saying that. That's a fact.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I felt like I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
If I'm going to say I'm a person that is a D1 player playing at a D2 school. Right. You know what I'm saying? I did what I was supposed to do. Right. Like, I wouldn't say, like, you know, I'm the best in the world because these are my numbers. If I'm a D1 player and I'm supposed to play here and I'm at Southern, this is what I was supposed to do. Right. You know, that's how I kind of look at it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So we really big on the youth.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Everything we do here. So, like, I feel like this is important for them to see, like, a lot of guys that feel like they're D1 guys will feel like they failed because they went D2. Yeah. And that's not a walk in the park. Right. You know what I'm saying? That commitment, lifting, 5 a.m., school, study hall, meetings, position meetings, like, there's a lot that comes with it.
I'm going to tell you right now, and when I speak to, like, Stepinac and younger kids that I talk to about football and, you know, kids that I mentor, I always tell them that too. Because, you know, I'm a product of that. Like, you know, I didn't go D1. You know, everybody wants to go to the big school. And I always say it's really important what you do wherever you're at. Right. D3, D2, JUCO, NAIA. Like, when I got into the combine, portion, it didn't matter where you went to school at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're there based on what you did. If you put the numbers up, the scouts gonna be there. They gonna come, look you up, recruit you. You know what I'm saying? If you make a name for yourself.
Right.
So I always tell people it don't matter really where you go, but it really just matters what you do when you're there. You know what I'm saying? So I could have cried and moaned and like, you know, I'm at a D2 school, I ain't doing shit, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But, you know, there's a lot of good people that came from my school, even within my time. The tight end right after me went to the Giants.
Right.
Carleaf Taylor, I don't know if you know, he's from the Bronx. He played at Hayes. He went to Southern. He ended up on the Giants as well. So if you ball wherever you at, you know, you could make a name for yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you really that good, challenge yourself, prove that you're that good against this lower division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you play, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
You can play, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
So like, and it's no walking apart. You know what I'm saying? I ain't starting until my senior year.
Right.
And I rotated all through freshman, sophomore, and junior. And I led the team in rushing as the backup running back.
Right.
So I could have just cried and just fell in the tank and just like, I should be starting. Everybody on my team knew I should be starting.
Right.
But only thing I could do is when it was my time, I got to rock. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I did. And I think my coach seen that. So my senior year, he didn't have anybody rotating. It was just me.
Right.
He kind of said, you put in these 3 years, rotating, being the backup guy, I'm going to let you run the show for this whole year.
Right.
He gave me the opportunity, and you just take it and run with it, bro. That's all. That's like the name of the game. That's the name of any game, sports, life.
Right.
You get an opportunity.
As I always like to say, you got to pay in to get to pay out.
Yes.
You paid your dues. Like, everybody wants something out of life, but what you put in, like, you got to pay in.
Yo, I say that even about training.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to train the celebrities and the athletes. Yeah, how you train Robert Woods and how you train all these people, where it's like, bro, I went to a personal training school for 4 months that I had to go part-time at work for. 9 to 3, I went to this school. Then I went to Equinox for 2 years. I did floor shifts, 5 a.m. shifts. I slept on Brian's couch because the train start at 5 a.m., but my shift started at 5 a.m., so I had to sleep in the city so I could get to work. And, like, that's the stuff people don't see. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to my guy B4.
Yo,
that's my guy.
Shout out to B4, bro. Yeah.
Very good guy.
You know what I'm saying? My friends, all my boys know the work that I put in, you know? So when they see me here in magazines and, you know, working with all these brands, like, you know, I put in a grind. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just, you know, I'm a trainer now, I got my cert.
Right.
You know, give me this person to train. Give me this person. You know, still a roller coaster. Right. I'm just in a blessed place now where all the fruits of my labor is kind of blossoming, bro.
I mean, this is episode 150 something.
Yo, congrats,
you know
bro.
Conversation.
I remember when you started this shit.
Oh,
wow,
we talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? Right before the Henny Ball days and all that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
We was getting to it, you know.
Yo, that's what's up,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying? I remember the D1 Bound podcast.
Yes.
That was cooking up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I came a little right after that. But you know, you gotta put in the work and do more and continue to elevate. You feel me? Like, sometimes we all feel we deserve things.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. But it just may not be your time.
Yo, you gotta trust God's plan, bro. That's what I learned. I think that when you ask me if I dreamed of or envisioned this life, I didn't.
Right.
And I think that's what kind of built my trust with God more. Because it's like, he had this plan. And I ain't had this plan. I had a whole different plan, bro, to be in a whole different place, doing an entire different thing.
Right.
And somehow he kind of kept part of my vision because I'm still around athletes and I'm still within, you know, football players and these are my friends and, like, you know, I'm still doing all that, but I have my own space, my own life, my own lane, my own niche, my own business, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing this, you know, essentially my way, you know? So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Right. So at some point you did like some Nike, like mannequin dumbbells, man, I don't know, something like that. You were like standing in the window.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh yeah. See, that was early, bro.
Paying attention.
That was early,
we've
bro.
known each other a while, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, that was early, bro. I was still at Equinox at that time.
Right.
And, obviously I was always in good shape.
Right.
And so that was in the Lululemon store. So Lululemon hit me up and they basically just wanted me to work out in their window.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't for money.
Right.
They didn't pay me nothing. Right. That was early. So the exposure alone.
And that was early Lululemon
That was
days
super
too.
early.
Facts.
So that wasn't a time when I was sending invoices at that time. I was just trying to get free gear, get an opportunity to be on this page, get this feature. So they had me work out. I think it was just like an hour, just, different fits, go in the window, work out, interact with people, things like that. So that was just another opportunity along the way, another stepping stone, but yeah, bro, wow, yeah.
That's super,
That's
you know what I'm
classic.
saying? This is the beauty of doing your homework, but also knowing somebody for so long that you get to talk about things. That was pretty
That's
cool.
classic.
You know what I mean?
Classic.
Facts. So, how important is recovery?
Recovery is super important, bro. I know you see me doing a lot of stuff with recovery. I think recovery now is in now. Everybody's with recovery, pole plunging, sauna, massages, Normatec boots, guns, things like that. But it's super important, especially as I get older and my body starts to go through things. I realize that, overtraining is not the way anymore. I used to have that mentality where it's just going hard every day, where now I kind of prioritize my recovery. I make sure I do take rest days.
Right.
I am going in a sauna, in a cold plunge. I'm getting IVs. I'm going on LED beds.
Right.
Anything to help improve the quality of my body, what I eat, but recovery is real. It works.
Right.
And if you want to continue to be active properly and healthy, you definitely have to include recovery.
Right. So it makes it more believable that LeBron spends the money he spends.
Absolutely. Because recovery is expensive, bro. Right. Recovery is expensive, and somebody like him, definitely I could see that. Even I know the schedule of a pro athlete, you know what I'm saying? So a normal person would have a stretch therapist, a masseuse, a doctor that will come by, give them liquid IV and oxygen, things like that, maybe 3-4 times a week on a regular, and that's just somebody regular, you know what I'm saying? So if you think of a LeBron that's been playing as long as he's been playing, he's doing a lot, bro. He's going into hyperbaric chambers and tons of work, soft tissue work, cold plunging, sauna time, massages, heavy, so definitely him, Russ. Right. I think now it's a big thing. A lot of people spend a lot of money on their recovery, bro. Right. And a lot of recovery brands are growing now because people are so tapped into recovery.
Right. So we're gonna take a more of a deeper dive into Twitter, right?
Into Twitter.
So this one
Twitter gonna get me in trouble.
Right. Nah, I don't think so. When you remember where God brought you from, you will stop doubting where God will take you.
Yo, that's a fact, bro.
Right. Pray your hands.
Yo, that's a fact, bro. Yeah. I grew up with a single mom, only child. I got a crazy story about how I met my brothers, which I could tell after this. But, I would just say that, it just all plays in line with, did I envision this? Right. You know what I'm saying? So he brought me from a place where I wanted to, I had this NFL dream, and I had this pro athlete dream and going to Canada and doing all these things where I look where I'm at now and I'm like, this is where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm growing. Obviously I have goals and things in place that I want to achieve. Right. But, I always say that I could have never planned this out, wrote this, and did this for myself.
Right.
Which is why I just have to be grateful that, you know, God made this plan for me and God put me here. Because I couldn't do it if I just wrote it. If I wrote this down in high school, like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. Like, I think it wouldn't work out like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But everything really happens for a reason. The people I meet, when I meet them, like the timing of everything in my life, it's just like on point when I look back at it. And it's like, you can't really map that out.
Right.
Somebody got to take the ownership, right?
Right, absolutely. Dillion Brooks is chopped liver now.
Yo.
This is why sometimes you gotta shut up, Laugh Master.
Yo.
Right.
Yo, and I remember when I tweeted that too.
Right.
Yo, Dillion Brooks gets me tight, bro. Like, me and my friends, we got like a list of people, like people that's on the list.
Right.
Where it's like, you a dub. It's like, you a dub list.
Right.
Like, Dillion Brooks is like one of those people where it's like, you're not even cooking like that.
Right.
To be acting like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, I said that then, and I can say that now because they got rid of his ass. Granted, he in Houston now, got the bag. Right. You know, I don't blessings for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the way you acting with Brian is like, who are you? Like, you want to poke the bear and but then you getting cooked out there. It's like,
it should take off.
So I guess I'm not like, you know, just being an athlete, being competitive.
Right.
If I was around that, or if I was in the league and guys like that, it's like, we don't respect guys like that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You acting like a clown.
Right.
Which is why you seen his face with the clown emoji on it all over social media, because it's like, it's clown work, bro.
Right. That's facts. That's facts.
It's clown work.
It's corny right there. I've always wanted to talk about this one.
Yeah.
Twitter is going to drag this Celtics shit, but I don't see shit about Brett Favre. Ooh, baby. Talk to me. This motherfucker out there wild in Mississippi, man. They ain't say nothing about that motherfucker, man.
Yo, tapped into the Twitter.
Hell
wow.
Yeah, bro. Never got to bring it up. I'm like, damn, bro, Brett Favre was out there doing him dirty.
I think, so my theory is that when you get canceled until somebody else do some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
so
true.
Cancel is temporary until the next person do something. You know what I'm saying? So right now this Bama stuff is going on. And, you know, it's a whole thing until the next thing happened.
Right.
And then we going to forget about the chair and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when that whole situation happened with the Celtics, it was like a premeditated thing. It's like they knew about it.
Right.
Like, I'm not really talking about the subject matter, but it's like something happened within the organization, right, with the higher up, and y'all knew about it. And then homeboy continued to do whatever he was doing. Right. And because higher ups are involved, you decided to just expose him now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it just comes back to like how teams have the privilege to expose whatever they want whenever they want. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at this time, I think this was like right either during the Brett Favre situation or like maybe right after. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think when I said that, the Brett Favre stuff had to be going on.
Yeah, it was
at the same
going
time.
on. Yeah. It was a wild
But it's like you got dudes like Brett Favre stealing money, using our money for all the bullshit he using the bread for. Yeah. Saying all these things, you know what I'm saying? But nobody got nothing to say about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we really locked in on this whole Celtics situation. I just wasn't really trying to focus on this Celtics situation because it's not our business, bro. Like, whatever they got going on is not our business, which is why, you know, his, I guess, ex-wife or whatever the case is felt away, you know, why Nia Long felt away. But it's like, bro, I know we can control what comes out. You got to get on them too. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
You got to get on them too.
You got to keep the same energy.
You got to keep the same energy. And it's never like that. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to tear the black man down, it's never no hesitation.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes between the two, you know, you got the white man on the pedestal and the black man up here. Somebody got to go. easy call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All hands on deck.
All hands
Pack
on
them
deck.
up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the petty dudes that I saw DMing me along. Y'all wild for that, bro. Like, I saw it. Y'all wild for that, bro. Like,
facts.
Sis.
Facts.
I love you. I'll take care of you. You got better.
We live in the times we live in is ruthless,
we're a DM away. This one is good, man. The fall is coming. We're almost in the fourth quarter of the year. Update your resume in real life.
Facts.
So you don't have to keep telling people about what you did 10 years ago.
That's a fact.
Come
bro.
on. We just take it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You got these tweets. Because, like I said, I don't really tweet a lot, but when I do throw something out there, it's like, it's something that I guess, I really feel like stand on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff is like principles that I've been stood on for a while. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's written so eloquently and so to the point.
One of my pet peeves, bro, is people that just keep talking about what they did.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, today we go out, we kicking it, and all I keep talking about is football.
Right.
Giants this, and in football I was doing this.
Right.
That was 10, 11 years ago. Bro.
Right.
Like, I get it.
Right.
I get it. Like,
active,
props to you. Like, what have you done lately?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I always encourage people to update your resume.
Right.
Like, I'm still not even, it's 2023. I'm not walking around like, I'm men's health best home gym last year. Maybe I should congratulate myself on things more.
Right.
Maybe that's the flip side of things.
Right.
But I'm the person like, all right, I got this done. What's next?
Next, yes.
What's
sir.
next? And which is circled around my brand, do more.
Right.
So that's how I feel, bro. It's like, you train this person 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's like we in 2023 now.
Right.
All you keep saying is this person that you train. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
let's put some work in.
It's like hanging out with the homies from college.
Yo.
I'm not trying to reminisce every time I see you. Like, what are we doing today? What's going on today?
It's cool when reminisce is cool at times. But if you are a brand, you have your business, and it's like you interviewed Jim Jones, and some clip go viral, right? And 3 years from now, you still just on a Thursday posting that clip. 2 weeks go by, another throwback, posting that clip. It's like, bro, all right, fine. Get the new clip, get the new soundbite. Like, so I'm always just update your resume, bro. We want to see the updated resumes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This one, I like this one too.
Y'all was wilding on Twitter.
Right. How do y'all determine an album is fire before the sun rises? It came out at midnight. Like, bro, niggas be having whole reviews, bro. Like, yo, son, this shit, like, think about it. This shit came out 11 hours ago.
Yo, I think I'll just be subbing my friends.
I like that one, man.
I'll be subbing my friends. Like, because I'll wake up and the group chat is all fire emojis.
Right.
I'm up at like 5, bro. I'm up at like 5 a.m. Something come out at midnight. How is this whole album fire?
Right.
Album of the year. Like, how, bro? When the album just came out.
Right.
And like, I want to think, and it be long albums too. It's like a Chris album. Like, I remember, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna put none of my friends on the spot. But Chris Brown album came out. Had to be like 40-something tracks.
That's fact.
You remember that?
Right, that's fact. Between 30 and 40 tracks.
12:45 a.m. Yo, album is fire.
Right.
I'm like, hold on. The album is more than an hour long.
Right.
So you ain't even hit a whole album yet.
Right.
Yo, that's a fact though.
Right.
That's a fact. Now, people always determine a fire album 6 hours into the album coming out, bro.
Right.
Wow.
I had to bring that one up.
Wow.
This new Drake is giving Equinox playlist vibes. Right. Drake took us for a spin with that.
That was the little Ibiza. What was
Lil Ibiza vibe, whatever that album was.
Yeah, Sticky on it. Yeah. Was that
Honestly, never mind.
Honestly, never mind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. I forgot where I was at. I was in Austin, Texas at the time when that came out.
Right.
And I was on a boat with a whole bunch of people, whatever. Mm-hmm. And they playing this.
Right.
And it's one of those where it could just be in the background.
Right.
That album, like, you know, the tunes in the background, but it sounded like I was in Greece or Ibiza, like half of the tracks, when that's what he made it for. You know, he tried to get in different pockets, UK, reggae, like, you know what I'm saying? So
combination.
The album, combination, right. The album wasn't for the hood, though.
No, it wasn't.
The album wasn't for the hood.
It was a worldly vibe, you know what I mean?
I rock with Drake, though. Drake always give us a little bit of everything. You know, he got a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Controller's one of the best songs ever, bro.
Yo.
Like, that's about when you hear ding. You know, when you hear that in the club, like you trying to catch a vibe.
I just was listening to a Drake Deep Cuts playlist on Apple Music, and he got some a lot of old joints is still hitting.
It's still slappers.
9 a.m. in Dallas.
Oh yeah,
like he got some joints that's still rocking, bro. Like
that Barbers Room era. You know what I mean? Ooh, in your bag. I mean,
yes, facts.
I'm saying for sure.
Facts.
So we almost at the end,
yes,
but
sir.
We still got a little work to do. When did you get comfortable training people?
I think I always been comfortable training people just because of my personality.
Right.
You know, I'm a people person. Prior to me being a trainer, I was a genius at Apple, working at Apple. So I was always interacting with people, and which is part of, you know, what makes me good at my job, you know. But I would say that my time at Equinox, I would say my time at Equinox really taught me how to not be comfortable with training people, but how to be comfortable navigating myself through training sessions, switching through training sessions, how to sell programs and sell packages, how to talk about, you know, $2,400 packages, where me coming into Equinox, I didn't know, you know, that's a lot of money.
Right.
So at first, you know, I probably stuttered, or I probably was skeptical to say, you know, this costs $2,400. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just learning how to speak to people and how to sell, you know, programs and things like that. So when trainers always ask me, you know, what should they do to start to get into the training industry, I always tell them, go to like a big box gym. Get some education where it's discounted. Be around other trainers who know what they're doing, knowledgeable, where you could train with them, shadow them, kind of just learn the ropes, you know, because it's more than just telling people squat up, down, like, you know, 12 reps of this. Like, you know, a lot of times, a lot of my clients, you know, I deal with a lot of really wealthy families now, most of my clientele, and I'm more than just a trainer, bro. Like I'm around their families, their kids. They have injuries that I have to cater to. And they could come in one day and just say, you know, my back's hurting. You got to switch everything up on this day, you know, and just, you know, really how to navigate yourself, help them with their recovery, what they eat, you know, be a resource to them, you know. So I've always been comfortable, though, training people. I think that just Equinox kind of taught me how to really trainer etiquette. I would say trainer etiquette was taught there.
What does it take for Shaadie to drop you as a client?
Oh shit! I probably, to be honest, it's crazy because people ask me this question all the time. I don't know why, but I probably only dropped 2 people in my entire training career. And it's really no love lost, though, even during those times. Like, I'm not a person where I have any bad blood with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who ever crossed paths with me, it's all good. Like, love if I see him today, like, you know, anything like that. But I did have, at Equinox, I had a lady. She wasn't from here, but she moved here, and she had a boyfriend who lived in the UK. And, you know, when she first moved here, he would come and travel here 4 times a month, you know, and as time progressed, it would be less. Then it would be 3 times a month, 2 times, where sometimes that month he didn't even come. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she was new here. She didn't have much friends. Construction was right outside her house. So sometimes she would come in like a little miserable, like, you know what I'm saying? And she would just get snappy on me. Like, after a while, like, just start snapping on me and like saying, I can't do this, coming late, doing all this stuff where, you know, I was like, maybe this is not a good time. Maybe you should take a break. You know, this is not a good time, or this is not going to work out for us, just because it's starting to disturb my peace. You know, I'm here as your trainer to help you, not only physically, but it's also therapeutic training.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, a lot of my clients, the mental aspect of it is what, you know, they take away from it, being more mentally at peace, things like that. Yeah. So, you know, full circle, she ended up coming back like 6 months later, training with another trainer. And that trainer told me, you know, what she said. She was just like, I was in a bad place. Right. You know, I was, you know, my boyfriend stopped coming and work wasn't well, things like that. I was in a bad place, and I kind of projected it out on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? And another guy, he was just a wild boy, bro. It's like training a dude that just go party, take drugs every day, and just wake up. And some days he'll wake up, he'll miss a session. I can't be there. I'm not gonna make it today. Right. And I had just had my daughter, and now I was prioritizing my time more. Right. I wanted to finish my sessions earlier so I could get home, stuff like that. And he couldn't wake up past 2 p.m. And it's like, you're a grown-ass man. How you can't wake up past 2? Right. I'm like, you know, well, because I have my daughter and I have obligations and I have a schedule, things like that, you know, I can't train you anymore, you know? Other than that, I really haven't dropped anybody as a client. Like, you know, recently I gave up all my Miami clients because now I'm full-time in Boca, which is better for me. I got all my families in one area. I don't got to travel back and forth, things like that. So, and I gave them to just other trainers, you know? Good clients that they're going to have for a long time. And I'm friends with most of my clients, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really drop clients, you know? I think I'm good with people. Right. So as long as you're good to me, I'll be good to you. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna make this happen. We gonna have fun. You're gonna have results. And you know, it's more about I don't have any more hours in the day to train any more people. But yeah, nah. We picking up clients. We're not dropping clients.
How do you decipher someone from being soft or not being able to do something?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Ooh, it's tough. Yeah, it's hard, and it's tough. It's case by case. Right. You got to really read that person, and you have to get it out of that person. Your client has to tell you. You know, there are things your client will say to you that will trigger if that's soft or if they really can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They have to, I always tell them, decipher pain from challenging. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You can't do that because it hurts, or you can't do that because it's really tough and you don't see yourself getting 3 more reps. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of break it down to them where I want them to decide that, because ultimately I can't feel for my clients. You know what I'm saying? So I try to encourage my clients to understand the difference between pain and it being challenging. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the best way I have to go about it, because I can't really just say, but then you build your relationship with your clients where you know, where he's like, I know you could do two more reps. Or you may know like they have an issue with their back, where it's like, I can't do this. Where it's like, is it worth pushing through this? Or is it worth stopping them here, circling back to something else, modifying it, just so long-term we're not dealing with an issue. You know what I'm saying? So you really just got to gauge it as a trainer, and that's where your expertise comes in. You know what I'm saying? But it's really on the client. I can't feel for my clients. So I got to get it. I got to have it come out of them, you know?
Yeah, man. So we're at the final stretch.
My guy.
What would be your message to your younger self?
A message to my younger self. Yo, a message to my younger self would be just. It's funny. I'm trying to think, you know, because my younger self is the reason why I'm here today, you know? So what would I tell my younger self? I would tell my younger self I guess if I had to change things, Yo, I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean,
you got me stumped. My younger self, I probably would say, believe in myself more. You know what I'm saying? People probably look at me as like the most confident person in the world, you know, which I am confident, like, you know what I'm saying? But there's sometimes I have doubts maybe in things I want to, you know, like when you get an idea and you're like, man, should I do this or this might be too much? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where like, just go for it. You know, I think I would just tell me, just go for whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think I did that anyway, but there are things where like I would set myself back or, you know, not go that route where I think that I've learned throughout my life that, you know, it's going to play out how it's going to play out. You know what I'm saying? And people going to speak and say whatever they're going to say. And, you know, the outcome is going to be the outcome. You know what I'm saying? If you put the work in and there's love and it's genuine and you surrounded by the right people, you know what I'm saying? Then the outcome is going to be what you want it to be. And if it's not, you know what I'm saying? Then you get back to the drawing board. You know, you learn from that, you take a lesson, and, you know, you keep working. You know, my motto is say less, do more. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you could talk about it after the fact, but just put the work in, just keep working, you know? A lot of people could say, less is more, you know, Hov, less is more. Like, you know, which is cool, right?
Cool,
But this is how I look at it. There's a lot more people in this world that need to do more of something than people that need to do less. If you line up 100 people in whatever they're doing in their life, what their goal is, I guarantee you 80% of them need to do more of something to get there. You know what I'm saying? You could do less. There's a lot of people that need to do less. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what's really doing too much? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got 12 eggs, grab another carton, get more eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, bro. So it's a roller coaster, right? So if you got multiple streams of income, one's low, one's high, one's low, one's high, that's how you kind of balance everything out. You know what I'm saying? Everything's not going to always be pushing, you know? But if you're doing a lot, you know, you'll be proud of yourself. And I'm saying, you know, the blessings are there. You know what I'm saying? Use the gifts God gave you, the opportunities each day. And get after it.
Get after it, man.
Get after it.
You guys are going to see in the link in description, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, his website, his ad, everything you can find it will be right there.
Oh, yeah, so my app is I do have an app coming out. You know, I've been dealing with the developers for a while now. I just got married in June. I had like a whole thing.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you, bro. So now, you know, the summer's done. App should be launching latest September. I got to meet with them tomorrow, but Do More Fitness app launching very soon. I would say between the next 30, 45 days. It's going to be custom programs, grocery lists, meal options, meal plans, dining options, newsletters. You can speak to me directly. We can set up virtual sessions. So I really did that because I can't train any more people in person. And I want to cater to all the people that reach out to me and I want to train. You know, people in New York, people in Cali, people in Texas, and people in Florida that are just close to me that I can't train with. So my app is coming soon. Domorefitnessllc.com. You could go sign up. Get your email on the list. The pre-launch will be launching soon. And yeah, bro.
All right. So fresh off the press. And Pat, you're going to have to watch the whole episode to get to this. So try to get a message from the fellas, but everyone's busy right now. But Pat just sent this right now at 11:22 a.m. He said, quick story about me meeting Shaadie.
Wow.
So we're playing for the same AAU team. I'm the new guy. I'm 15 and super skinny. Shaadie is already brolic. First practice, not only is Shaadie muscling the fuck out of me, pause, but he's also straight hacking me. I'm getting bullied. So I leave practice and I'm honestly tight. Laugh, cry emoji. Later I find out that Coach Tone told him just to violate. I was still sick. That's my man's for like 18 years now. But I don't forgive him for that. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Pat, running every marathon, you know, doing his thing, flourishing in in life. You know, that's my guy.
Yo, shout out to my guy Pat. That's a real story, bro. Most of us are friends through AAU.
Right.
You know, that's how we came up playing ball. A Butter, Tone, Coach Tone, with Tone Pops was the coach. And I was that dude. I was a football player playing ball. Like, obviously I could hoop, but I guarded the best player in every team.
Right.
And I just gave him havoc, bro. Because there's nothing you was doing, bro. I got my chest on you. I'm using all my fouls. I'm talking to you. Like, that was me. You know, I was a football player in the basketball court. So Pat being like, he was the biggest dude on our team. We just had got him on the team.
Right.
Coach Tone said, yo, go down there and get him right. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what we did. We went down. We got him right. We got elbows and everything.
Right.
You know, he was tight. But, you know, that's how we got it. We got each other better. I got him better because, you know, when you go play against the dudes, when he was younger, you know, bigger dudes, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Pat, though. Pat, I'm proud of Pat, bro. Honestly, real talk. I'm proud of Pat. I remember when he started running during the pandemic.
Right.
I started running, like, with him. We all started running, like, you know, and he ended up doing one marathon virtually because of the pandemic, and now I think he's did 4 already. He's going to Berlin next and Tokyo, and now he's like a runner. Right. You know what I'm saying? He just PR'd, I seen at 5-something, 5:46 or something wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just was saying it the other day, like, Pat really, you know, that's another one. You do more. He put the work in. He put the real work in, bro. We broke 4 hours. Congrats to that in the marathon. So, like, I commend him on that, you know, real talk.
Good brother, man, doing great things, man. You know, that's the things that we need to highlight. You know, this is why you want to use my platform for. To show you black and brown children, like, there's a lot of good happening. You're just not being told about it.
And it's inspiring. Just being around people as, you know, we all doing something. In some way, we got some motion. And it's inspiring. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at each other as competition.
No.
We proud of everything. You know, I seen this quote, you know, when you talk about your accomplishments, you're not bragging to your friends. You know what I'm saying? So we all talk about the great things we do. You know, so I'm proud of all my friends. Everybody got good things going. Quick story.
Yeah, so how'd you meet your brothers?
So quick story, basically, like I said, you know, single mom, only child, all the way up till I was 30. I discovered I had brothers, you know what I'm saying? And I was in New York. I ain't live here at the time. You know, this was like 2 years ago. I came to visit New York. I went to this gym, Grindhouse, in Brooklyn, Williamsburg. It's probably like the 3rd time I've been to the gym. And I walked in the gym, and the lady's like, do you got a brother? And I'm like, nah, I don't got no brothers. She's like, I think you have a brother. There's a guy that comes here every morning. He looks like you. You guys have the same last name. And the same initials. And I'm like, nah, whatever. Like, you know, my wife was like, nah, leave your number, blah, blah, blah. Like, the girl came by, is like, yo, I think it's your brother, blah, blah, blah. She was on me, adamant. So when I left the gym, I'm like, you know what? Put my number down when he checks in. Give me a call, let me see. You know what I'm saying? Because I never met anybody with my last name. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know my dad's name, you know what I'm saying? So he calls me. We start chopping it up. His name is Rayson. And, you know, turns out it's true. Like, you know, they got a family, and it's 4 of them. And I'm in between 2 of the oldest. So it's like a 34-year-old, I'm 33. There's one that's 32, 28, 24. Wow. Crazy. And so, you know, fast forward to 5 months later, we all go to Negril, this Jamaican spot out here, to eat. And we all meet for the first time, bro. Like, sit down, have dinner. And it was wild, bro. Just crazy experience just being there. Like, and just meeting them for the first time, talking about, like, you know, my mom, them telling me about my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? And fast forward, you know, they came to my wedding. Which is love, because then they got to meet my mom. Where it's like, Mom, these are my brothers. But it's all love. And, you know, now my daughter got uncles. You know, they don't got kids, nothing like that. But they all cool. They all do well, you know. One actually works at Meta, where Brian works. you know, engineers, doctors. So like they all doing well.
Right.
But it's just crazy how life works. That's like another thing like you can't make up. Like I can't make that up, bro.
Right. No, that's crazy.
It's classic. But yeah, bro. Shout out to them.
Super tough, man. So this is like, you know, the extended version of the podcast.
Yes.
We really out. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Shout out to my guy, Shaadie Fit, and we out.
Already know.
Peace. Peace and love, world. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, support the channel, show your love. You know what I'm saying? We have a great conversation week in and week out. You never know who's coming. You never know what we're going to do. But at the end of the day, it's all about peace and love. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment.